How's it going, guys? Gonna be streaming something a little different today. Kind of a throwback. Um, Abzan was like literally my first modern deck. Uh, when I first started playing the format. So this is it was actually funny because a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're playing Rock now." It was kind of a big surprise because I was like the Abzan guy. I played Abzan no matter what, whether it was good or bad. Like even during like Eldrazi Winter, like which surprisingly I honestly played Abzan because it was a pretty good matchup. Not a match. It wasn't a good matchup during Eldrazi Winter, but like we it was a bad matchup per se, but it was like still it was like 40%. So like we still had game, and I wasn't playing my matches with versus Eldrazi during Eldrazi Winter because we had paths. Like at that point, we just ran like 4 Thoughtseize, those 4 paths, and we just got them. Um, but yeah, I've been on Rock for the past few months, and then switching back to Abzan just to try it out to see if the deck can have any legs. Um, I think that Abzan has a spot in the meta right now because of Path to Exile. Comparative to Rock, um, a lot of people think that the Is It Phoenix match, which is obviously the bigger man in the room of the format, a lot of people that are on Rock says that Is It Phoenix is a quote unquote easy matchup, and I like to disagree. I think that matchup is unfavorable post board and favorable post board, or sorry, unfavorable pre board and favorable post board, and I don't think that kind of metric works out and to become an easy matchup when they can just get you. You know what I mean? Like in post board, they have adapted because Rock is always on the radar now, and you're starting to sideboard stuff like Jace and Chandra and Keranos. So I think the matchup is definitely like we definitely have the tools to beat it from the Rock perspective, but I don't think it's easy because of the fact that yeah, we have Scoozy of the Phoenixes. Yeah, we have all the removal for thing in the ice, but like, like I feel like a good Phoenix player when they start, doing the cantrip thing on turn 3, they don't mill their Phoenixes until the turn they go off. Um, so you kind of have to throw scavenging ooze out there. They bolt it, then Faithless ditch Phoenixes, and then the Scooz does nothing. Um, or best case scenario, let's say your Scooz lives and you can mill the Phoenixes and you kill everything in the ices. Um, I've been outgrinded by Phoenix opponents on Rock where you kind of fatal push everything. You mill some pulls it, you trophy, and they just constantly bring it back. It's kind of like Bloodghast and Dredge where like, yeah, you can fatal push the first one, you can fatal push the second one, but the third one will stick and it'll hit you. Or like Flame Blade Phoenixes or whatever, the Phoenix and Hollow one, like they'll just keep coming back and like eventually you'll get naked to like a big crackling Drake late game and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, I think this is where Abzan is better because Path is just a permanent answer to Phoenixes. On top of the fact that you have Lingering Souls to block, worst case scenario, just stall some more time. Um, that being said, a lot of people aren't on Abzan anymore, and I think no one is because Lingering Souls is bad in the meta, and it has been bad for a while. Um, that being said, I think I'm sticking with 2 copies right now. I kind of can see a third. Um, but like playing a Lingering Souls on turn 3 is lackluster when people are bringing back multiple Phoenixes on turn 3. So just the power level just isn't there. That being said, I think it's still like the power level just isn't there. Uh, but it's good enough that it synergizes with like Grim Flare, with Collective Brutality, with Liliana the Veil, which I have 4 of, which is why I have 2 copies. I think I can be convinced into a third, but I just don't know what else to cut, and I think the deck is better built around being a tireless tracker deck with 24 lands, which is what Rock is. Rock has, and I think tireless tracker is better in this deck because you have 9 fetches versus Rock. it's typically 4, maybe 5. My version of Rock had 5, with the extra tracker. The only thing I'm kind of debating about is the Grimflare slot. I mean, I can be sold into being a Dark Confidant, um, but just with the painful mana base, I'm kind of scared to run a Dark Confidant. Um, so I'm kind of going back and forth, at least for my 2K that's coming up. Because I want this deck to be a Tireless Tracker deck. I don't want it to be a Grimflare Dark Confidant deck, which I can see it being. Because I can see this being 3 Dark Confidants, 3 Grimflares. But I just think Tireless Tracker is the better grindy threat, and it beats harder too. So, and the last thing to point out is I don't have a basic planes. I've gotten like basic planes is probably the worst card in the deck. Just because of the fact that it just color screws you, and it's just a splash color where you don't want to cast Path on turn 1 or turn 2 anyway. So having a Path on turn 1 or turn 2 or a planes on turn 1 and 2 is just so bad because it prevents you from casting Grimflare, prevents you from going like discard Fatal Push, or it kind of screws up with Liliana sometimes. And with the 24th land being a Twilight Mare, I really like having a Concealed Courtyard instead. The only situations where having the basic planes hurts is obviously when, you know, it goes late game and you get Field of Ruin and you run out of basics because now there's only 3. When you're trying to play through a Blood Moon, but I only have 5 white cards, and this can get discarded to Liliana, so I don't think that hurts as much. And then the last situation, which is the most likely one, is where you didn't play a tapped manland that has a white source, or you didn't fetch early. So let's say you go like turn 1 Blooming Mars, turn 2, you know, Basic Forest or Overgrown Tomb, and you're against an aggro deck like Humans, and you draw a fetch land as your white source. You're kind of incentivized. You have to fetch Shock to play your Path on turn 3, for example. Like that. This is a legitimate situation that came up in my last league. So that's the situation where it hurts, where you'd want to fetch a basic planes, like especially for against something like Burn, where you like, yeah, it sucks the Path early, but it's better than taking the damage. And the difference between fetching a planes and pathing and fetching and shocking and casting the planes is huge. That 2 damage adds up, and you know how it is versus Burn. But other than that, I think this sideboard's pretty similar to my Rock sideboard. 3 Fulminators, 1 Nissa. I have 3 Spell Bombs. I had 2 Spell Bombs, 1 Grafdigger's Cage. Obviously, it nombos with Lingering Souls. Because I have 3 Spell Bombs, 2 Surgicals, which I could see being flopped. I could see 3 Surgicals if you're really that scared of Phoenix. I just like having Spell Bomb because now they're starting to run Pyromancer's Ascension. And Spell Bomb does a nice job of clearing the whole graveyard and kind of buying you more time. The only thing I might consider is maybe a 4th Fulminator. I don't know what else to cut. I think the second Brutality in 75 is kind of necessary. I like 3 Sweepers. I think 5 great pieces of Graveyard Hate is necessary. I like 1 Bomb Planeswalker against these mid-range mirrors and control. And then 2 Stony Silences is pretty stock. And I think the big advantage of Abzan over Rock is the fact that I believe that all your evenish to slightly favorable matchups with Rock is you gain extra points with Abzan. So for example, like against Phoenix is obviously the biggest one. I feel like that matchup is slightly favorable with Rock, maybe even, and I feel like you're more favored with Abzan because of Path to Exile, because of Lingering Souls. Against Hardened Scales, that matchup is flipped completely. Like again, on Rock, Hardened Scales is probably one of our worst matchups, and on Abzan, like it's probably one of our best because of Stoic Science, because of Path, because of our Sweepers, like and Lingering Souls. Like we have so many tools to beat that deck. Advanced Turrets is also another bad matchup for Rock, and I think it's also a bad matchup for Abzan too. But we're not just cold dead in the water with Flyers because we have Lingering Souls. I think it's a big deal because like if we can't kill anything on Rock, we can't block it. Like they are free to just attack through. Where we lose points is just big mana. So like Field of Ruin is a huge loss in Abzan, so you don't you lose point main pre-board games against Tron. That's a big one. I've noticed I've been able to win a lot of pre-board games with Rock, but not Abzan, and that just makes sense because you don't have any main deck pieces of hate. Um, and obviously Amulet, because being able to blow up Karus on with Rock is huge because it just slows down the development and you can get them with Tarmogoyf. Um, that being said, I think Grimflare is a big piece in Abzan where against those underactive matchups, Grimflare is our best card because it digs to more discard and post board digs to more graveyard hate or whatever big mana hate that we need, like Fulminators. And that being said, Dark Confidant does fit the same build where it draws its extra cards, but I can see that's why I'm kind of teetering between Grimflare and Dark Confidant. And I think this league I'm gonna start with with Grimflare, and then go from there. Burn is also significantly worse too. You're right. I think Burn's probably one of our easiest matchups with Rock, and the way my Abzan list is configured, I think Siege Rhino is one of our best cards against Burn. And yeah, Cletus does also a good job too, but it takes a turn to gain the life. So if you get to untap with Cletus, I think it's really good. Other than that, just the painful mana base, the extra 4 or 5 damage that you have to take just from playing the game is huge. Also, Path's really bad in the matchup, and having the 4th Fatal Push is huge. And in my version of Rock, I have 2 Collective Brutalities main, which makes a big deal because just having an extra copy in the main can be just lights out against Burn. That being said, we also have Shambling events, but just the way our mana base is set up, and just I'm making white like a really light splash, I don't think we can activate Shambling event consistently without taking too much damage. So I'm a little weary there, but yeah, you're 100% correct. Burn is definitely one of the weak spots. That being said, a lot of people aren't even on Burn anymore. Burn is pretty bad in the meta right now, from what I've heard. So let's just hope we dodge Burn. We're gonna probably play Burn now as our first match, just to shut me up. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I think this is kind of more like a homage of just kind of playing what I enjoy, and I'm just known as the Abzan player, and just like I don't know, I just like these colors, so it's just kind of more just a nostalgia thing for me to try this out, more than a competitive thing. That being said, I think there are merits to Abzan being better, or not better, but I think there's merits for Abzan to be good in this meta right now. So I have tried out Kaya. I tried it with 1 league. This is a keep. This is where, right off the bat, this is way better than Plains. I can cast Grimflare, so it's worked out. I have tried out Kaya. I tried Kaya I think 2 leagues ago, and I did not like her because I boarded her out in 4 out of my 5 matchups. In the 5th match, I played against Izzet Phoenix, and I did not like it. Hardened Scales, gotcha. Because she didn't do anything, because, like I said, a good Phoenix player isn't going to mill their Phoenixes or pitch them until the turn they go off, and Kaya doesn't do anything there. I'm going to need some more removal. Collective Brutality is kind of lackluster against the Pendelhaven, and also Hardened Scales kind of just makes everything bigger. They play like an Arcring Ravager. I guess they wouldn't block with my Grimflare, but so Path would be the best draw. Do I want to trade? This is where like I feel like Dark Confidant is probably better because like I can't really attack through. I could also just Collective Brutality, pitch Liliana and a creature, and then I have Delirium. Which is probably the right play. Like Brutality, Pitch, Liliana, Grim Flare, or even Tireless Tracker. So land, Planeswalkers, Orchestrate Creature, attack through, and then just try to dig for a path. I think that's the most aggressive line. Because, like, Brutality and then, like, not pitching everything doesn't do anything. Liliana doesn't do anything. And I don't get to attack. I think the best line here is just to Brutality, pitch Liliana, and then Tireless Tracker, and then just it sucks because I'm kind of ditching the extra card just because for Delirium, I'm probably not gonna hit anything with Collective Brutality, but I don't know if Collective Brutality keeps the information on Magic Online, but just go like that. It's probably fetch this now. Ravager, Scales, Canopy, Nexus. Oh, it just say revealed. So they'll probably go like Hardened Scales, Ravager. So I think I need a path or just spot removal. So I'm just gonna mill all of these. Because like this Thoughtseize isn't gonna nab anything important. I need to take care of the battlefield. Yep. Yep. So I need to draw like a removal spell right now. I can bluff this attack. 1, 2, 3. Like they got me right. I'm dead. So if they can sack, go to 7, 9, 10, 11. So this Ink Moth is lethal next turn. So I need a bluff a removal spell. So I think I'm going to play another Grim Flare and then just pass the turn. Because they got me dead if they go all in on this Ink Moth Nexus. Lingering Souls would be nice if I can hit it with my Grim Flares. But hey, we can't even attack with these Grim Flares anymore. Yeah, I think Bob's would be a lot better than Grim Flares. I think I'm gonna try this out next league. Is the Dark Confidant over Arcbrand Ravager or over Grim Flare? Because I can't attack right now with these Grim Flares. Like they're delirious on turn 2. Exactly what you want, and I can't attack. But I'm 100% on board with this Concealed Courtyard over this Basic Plains. Because that Basic Plains, I've tilted off so many times because of that stupid Basic Plains. Because I'd be like, sweet, I just need a Black Source or whatever. And I'd have like Temple Garden Plains Overgrown Tomb or like Blooming Marsh. And it's like I can't cast my Fulminator against my Tron opponent or against like Valakut. And like that's literally happened. Okay. I've never seen that card before. That's cute. So he can make any of these duders huge. And I think my opponent can just play the slow game here. I think I have to attack with both flares this turn. That was a good draw. I think I have to attack with both Grim Flares this turn. So I can get a hit in with one of them. I'm like suiciding one of them. Just because I need some sort of removal, some sort of spot removal here. He's probably gonna sack this or. Because that Ravage is going to be huge. God, I mean, that Thopter's huge already. But I need to get a trigger in. Like, that's the issue here. Which I will. Way to push is suffice. Like I said, Living Souls helps in this matchup. Otherwise, we just die. And we're still dead. We needed another land, but unless my opponent misses it. We really needed to mill it with Grim Flare, that Lingering Souls. And draw a push. And we're tapped out. I mean, my opponent should be able to kill me. We're definitely blocking the Ink Moth. I think I have to block the bigger Thopter. See, one. So each artifact counts as a 3. So 3, 6, 9, 15. Oh, we're just dead. It doesn't matter. Kaya would be really good in this matchup, though. Kaya being able to exile most of the permanents is pretty clutch. My opponent should go all in and kill me. If not, then that's wrong. Yeah. Just he can just sack like these, just these 3 artifacts, and I'm dead. Double Hardened Scale is just a nutty draw, though. A super nutty draw. It's all good. So, Stony Silences, Explosives, Sweepers, and then some Fulminators. I don't like Veil in this matchup. And I don't like Thoughtseize. Oops. And then from there, I trim a Tracker. throw in only 2 fulminators. Go like this. Yeah, I think I want to try Dark Confidant next week. Because we just need more card volume, and that's the thing that Grimfair doesn't provide. It doesn't provide volume of cards, which I think is what this deck needs. Because Tireless Striker is kind of a slow way to accumulate a card advantage. But switching to Dark Confidants absolutely concedes our burn matchup, because then we just... I feel like that matchup becomes nigh unwinnable unless we just don't draw Thoughtseize or Dark Confidants, and we just draw our painless part of our mana base. Yeah. Sounds like a good hand to me. Stony Slams would be nice off the top, but we needed this Path to Exile last game. Or just more removal, actually. I really like this Land Warrior born out of the Card and Scales list. I think that's a cool innovation. Land off the top would just be good. Or removal is fine. I'll take it. I like how it triggers on any creature. Like, please give me the counter to me. Please. Nice Welding Jar against all these cards that don't care about about regeneration. Oh, please give it to him. Oh. Oh, is he gonna shoot my Scoos down? Okay. He's going off. Land off the top would be good. Thank you, deck. Thank you. There's a lot of ways I could play this out. I could Brutality the Mimic. And then just pass, hold up path. They can't pump up this Ballista. If they want to, I can just path in response. I think this Brutality is kind of gonna run out of equity real fast. So I think I'm gonna just cash it in right now. And I'm probably gonna EE for 0 anyway. So because I don't want to EE for 2 because it'll kill my Scoos. I like how just that Mimic kind of just vomited his whole hand out. That was cute. Yep. Probably have path to Hangerback Walker now. Sucks because we're gonna probably blow up this EE and then. EE for 0. Just kill everything. Leave him with just an Arcbound Worker and an Inkblock Nexus. Gonna fetch a Swamp to minimize the amount of damage I'm gonna take. That's fine. Man, it's a lot of stirrings. Arcbound Worker. The opponent also has a lot of cards in hand that he hasn't deployed yet. What do you guys, like a Karn or something, like something big? Sterling Silence would be nice. Okay. That's a good draw. Just in case they do have like a Karn or something. I think here I'm gonna have to hold back though. I mean, I could try to race here. Might as well be aggressive. Gameplay Karn. Ooh, Ravager. I could try to trophy here. The thing is, I could just wait and just like sandbag this damnation more. I think it's better just to wait. That was pretty good. But I don't think I can play Stony here, because then it. I guess I could. It's like they have like a Nature's Claim or something. There's like one card in hand. No, if they have Nature's Claim, they have Nature's Claim. I could always just play Nature's Claim. I could play Stony Silence. They could attack. I think I'm gonna just play Stony Silence, hold up Assassin's Trophy, and if they try to like go all out and then attack, then I can trophy it. Yeah, they definitely have Nature's Claim. Yep. Which is fine, because that just sets up. Okay. So I could trophy this Ravager here. Then it goes. I'm taking a lot of damage. I think I'm just gonna let this happen. And then I think I'm gonna trophy this after. And then see where he puts all those counters. If he puts on the Fingerback and a Path, puts on the Inkmoth, I can just Damnation. Oh, okay. It sucks because now I'm just like, I still need a threat. I haven't drawn an actual, like a kill, like a win condition. So I'm going to go to 10 from this Walk-in Ballista. I'm going to hold up this Blooming Marsh in case I get a Tireless Tracker online. F6 through this turn. I don't think I'm gonna play my land. I like the only way I get punished if I draw Cletus. But I kind of want to get out to Tireless Tracker. Like if I draw a Tireless Tracker, I have 3, or I think I have 2 post board. Yep. Other thing is I can draw Lingering Souls, and I'm not be able to flashback. Oh man, come on deck, give me something. I only boarded out one of my Tireless Trackers. Oh mercy. Okay, that's a good card. It's a good card. We're drawing all the removal, so we're stabilizing. So I'm gonna have to trophy this Ravager in response. Just path it now. How many forests does Hardened Scales run? So a card that can a Tireless Tracker would just be huge here. I'm at 7. Stony Science would be good too. Lingering Souls. Fulminator Mage. That was kind of a waste. Knowing I had Path in hand. This Fulminator's a little slow. So now this animation logic can get out of hand now. And I already burned through 2 trophies. Oh man. Yeah, this is getting out of hand. I probably didn't play the first couple turns correctly. Maybe I should have sandbagged like my explosives. I'm not dead, but so I'm gonna take 3 at the minimum. I need to draw Languish right now, or I'm dead. Yep. No, even with the Languish. No, I can still lie with Languish. No, I'm dead. Oh, that just felt bad. I think I definitely somehow did not play the first couple turns correctly. But that's the thing though, is like this match is closer versus Rock, where I definitely would have lost this game for sure. Oops, I think that was game 1. Because I have multiple sweepers. Maybe I just didn't set it up correctly. I think it was a turn I did EE for 0. I didn't realize. I forgot he can just regenerate his walk-in ballista. Maybe it's correct just to path there. And then just set up later. But like I'm gonna have to fight through that welding jar anyway. Blowing up that Mox Opal was also pretty good. Because I just traded a welding jar and a Mox Opal for it. I didn't need to. I could have just pathed and then just like damnation this board, saving myself an EE. I think that might have been better. I think I just prioritized keeping my scavenging gears for no reason. So my opponent would have an Igmoth here. I would have EE and a path. I could path the Igmoth if need be. I have an explosives here, but my opponent has a welding jar. I mean, but my opponent definitely drew well. Just yeah. I'm just having the answer to my Stony Silence. So I don't think it would have mattered. Maybe trading the E for welding jar is, I guess, worth it. Other option is when I drew the Assassin's Trophy, like after, maybe I could have just trophied the jar, and then just my E becomes live, but that feels pretty awful too. I don't know. I think that's a good what's to play. I'll probably post that later. It's a good hand. Thoughtseize into Grimflare or Tarmogoyf. My opponent mulliganed. So, viewers, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are having fun, hanging out. Let me know what deck you guys are playing. If you guys are from the Abzan group or from the from Twitter or whatever, let me know how you guys found my channel. I think that helped me out. Figuring out how you guys discovered me. That'd be great. Wow. Blue Eye Control. So, what did they do? Top. So, I'm one of those guys that likes to say that assume your opponent's going to fight their screw with these discard spells. They top, so they obviously kept a land on top. Ancestral Vision is the card that gets them out of a mulliganed 5. So I'm going to have to just fight through these spell snares and this Path to Exile. So your spell. They're not going to spell snare. What? Wow. That's interesting. That's an interesting line. God, they're not going to path my guy either. This has to eat a spell snare. Yeah. I probably should have played it first. Get the extra point in, so that was probably a punt. Not a punt, but it's not optimally playing correctly. Me fetching a basic swamp hurts me because now I need another white. Oh, never mind. Now they have an answer to Field Rune. Nope, there you go. So not having a basic plains hurts here. Because they're going to field me, and I can't fetch a basic plains. So I have one match where Concealed Courtyard was really good, and then one match when Concealed Courtyard was really bad. And my opponent didn't field her in the end of turn. Did he wrath? Oh, don't wrath me, dude. Okay, he's going to play Jace. That's fine. Please don't have a Terminus on top. Oh, lordy. Take the path. Activate my man land, that's the biggest. So my opponent probably has a Terminus here. Oh wow, my opponent scooped. That's odd. My opponent must have had nothing on top. He could have shoveled with Fielder Run. She wasn't dead. I don't know, my hand was pretty bad too. Or my draws are gonna be really bad. I would have milled these three, drew land, milled those two. That was kind of an early concession by my opponent. I don't think that was correct. So this is obviously really good. Fulminator Mages as well. Collective Brutality. No Spell Bomb. Fatal Pushes and Path to Exiles are pretty easy cuts. If it's anything like Rock, what I did in Rock is I cut the 24th land because I'm going to end up drawing it, and you don't want to draw air in this matchup. So I think I'm just going to cut the Blooming Marsh here because we cut the Blooming Marsh in Rock. Because in these grinding games, you're going to hit the 23rd land. Let's go for that. My opponent played that game really weird. He like didn't path my dude. Maybe he didn't want to ram me early. But he played as if like he had like a Wrath, but he didn't. Unless he had a Terminus on top, but like why wouldn't he? But then why did he concede? So he obviously didn't have it. I don't know. I've been really liking this Concealed Courtyard. Like a lot. Because like this Fulminator is like super castable. It's a really good hand by opponent. Because I want to hit all those cards. I think Search gives the most value. Rest in Peace just pretty much took my Tarmogoyf off the board. Oh man, this is bad. Like based off this hand, I don't think we're winning this game because we are really behind. Because they have removal for our Grimflare. This turns off our only threat, and then this card just digs them out for value. I kind of have to take the search just cause. And then fight through the removal. But golly, that's bad. And they just play Rest in Peace here. It's like, oh. That was a good draw. I think we take the spear here. Takes our only threat. Play the string well wouldn't pass. I'm gonna play the fulminator here. God, that concealed courtyard. See, if this was the basic planes, I would be tilting. I wish I drew a discard spell. That'd be sweet. Oh, that rip. Ghost Quarter. Think we should play the Grim Player here. And just hold these useless goyfs. So 2 lands. So sorry, 2 known. Oh, he drew the land. Yep. Man, that rip. That rip. Yeah. I'm starting to be in the Dark Confidant camp here. I could have attacked my opponent and get a Grimflare trigger in, but my opponent can just Fate Seal and he just has an active Jace on board. Man. It just means my opponent has it all. Fetch here. The white source. I could have waited for Tyler's Tracker. Should have waited for Tyler's Tracker. I send all of it at Jace. Right? I'm gonna hold it though. I mean, I'm so behind here. I think I have to just play this Tireless Tracker. Because like, he's gonna up to 6. I need to get it off. I need to get that Teferi off the board. I just know my opponent has like 6 lands in hand. Okay. Or just like a handful of rips. So he doesn't have a removal spell because he wouldn't let me in. Please give me a land. Okay. Could be a cryptic. Yeah, that me fetching this Temple Garden really screwed me over. I did not need to do that. What was he choosing? Oh, cancel draw card. Yeah, this is not looking good. I think we are close to a concession here. It's interesting my opponent like didn't upkeep path me. Yeah, Bubs are definitely better than Grimflare. I think that's the change I'm going to make. Man, those rips. I'm going to concede. Oh. Okay. Let's try that again. I don't think there's any changes I can really make here. Oh, please. Okay. I'm gonna spin this because I need. I guess I could keep it on top and then I can go discard spell into it. I really like this Concealed Courtyard. I don't think I'm saying that enough. It's so good. I'll take the Snapcaster Mage. Leave him with adjacent to Pastors or my 2 Lingering Souls. Sounds good to me. Take a Jace. Well, that sucks. Taking a lot of damage off of mana, but Lingering Souls. I missed it. I missed a time where this would just be game over. Those are good times. I don't think I can race a Terminus here. Just gonna flash this back. My opponent doesn't play Settle the Wreckage. That'd be bad. Probably sit pretty here. Don't wanna play into a Wrath too much. Make my opponent burn this Path to Exiles before I deploy my Tarmogoyf. So he's playing all these cards that I know about, or I don't know about. Kind of tempted to just play out. I can just wait. I could play all this other Lingering Souls. I think I'm just gonna do that. That's fine. What's that? So my opponent plays Plains, so I still know all 4 cards in his hand. Interesting. I mean, this game should end. So I know all the cards in his hand, right? He has 2 pass. Did he play this island? I don't think he did. This is off field run, right? So like I know all 4 cards in his hand. I should flashback Lingering Souls. Sorry, I should play both these guys and then pass. And then just hope to dodge a Terminus, and my opponent's gonna have a Terminus. Just watch. He's gonna have a fucking Terminus here. Because I just want to kill him next turn. I know, I'm gonna fucking walk into a Wrath here. Oh, I should have fetched the Swamp for this. He's not playing his paths. Say I didn't walk into a Terminus. Ghost Quarter. Okay, it's fine. So I know 2 cards. So I need to dodge another Wrath draw. Okay, dodged it. So I need to dodge Celestial Detention Sphere. Sweet. Please don't walk into a Wrath. I sort of did there. Maybe I should have cast Lingering Souls instead of the Grimflare. Or instead of the Tarmogoyf. I don't know, I wanted to play around Path to Exile. And Detention Sphere. So if my opponent top decked the Detention Sphere, I would still have pretty good pressure still on the board. Because I think, like, in that situation, like, I want to end the game, like, right then and there. This hand's really bad against burn, so please don't be burn. Wooded Foothills is not a good sign. Stomping Ground is Dredge. Oh my god, every time I play against Dredge, I always have this hand that's like really good because I can nab their discards or their enabler, and then I don't, and I'm on the draw. Like, this hand's really bad against Dredge now. Oh man, Life in the Loam, you got it. So loam. Because if I was on the, I guess if I was on the play, my opponent would still be in pretty good shape. Oh, my opponent did it? Oh, I was gonna say he didn't use loam yet. Oh, he has a configurate too. I'm very tempted to concede here because my hand is not gonna beat this hand. I Lily onto the Veil and another Thoughtseize that isn't gonna do anything. And they have a configurate on board, so I can't even use Scavenging Ooze. Like, I'm very tempted to just concede and conceal that I have white in my sideboard or in my deck. Like, I don't think that's a bad line, and it's not. And game one against this deck is super horrible anyway. So yes, Creeping Chill and Gemstone Mine in hand. Yeah, I'm like almost convinced we're not beating this. So we go to 10. We can path the Amalgam, and then we just hope their like next few dredges are just nothing. Cause like we're gonna fetch Shock, go to 13, path the Amalgam, go to 10 with from the Narcomoeba with Bloodcast hit. He's probably gonna dredge Loam, get back Loam, and be able to cast Creeping Chill. So I'm gonna go to 7, and I'm gonna have to somehow stabilize from 7 life. I think I'm going to concede here. I don't think there's a possibility to win this game. I think there's like a sub very 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 low chance of winning, and that requires my opponent to just literally have just all his lands stacked on top. And I don't think that's a winning proposition. I think it's better off just to concede the fact that I have white in my sideboard. Veils are pretty bad. I don't like Collective Brutality in this matchup because it's a little slow. I'm going to shave Trackers. And I think I'm going to shave Thoughtseizes here. Probably do something like this. And this is one of those matchups where we uh, need to mulligan aggressively to get our graveyard hate. So like this hand is not good. We need a mulligan to have some sort of interaction. Oh, Cletus is close though. You know, I'm gonna keep this hand just on the back of Cletus. Because going to 5 is just a little sketchy. To the Marsh Flats. Because on the draw I would mulligan this, but on the play I can like Maelstrom Pulse whatever he has and then just play a Cletus next turn and hopefully be able to stonewall everything. And just hope my opponent doesn't have a Conflagrate. And this is why I think I like having 5 pieces of yard hate, because you need a mulligan to that. That was a good draw. Tamagotchi was a really good draw there because now we can kind of just sit back. My opponent didn't activate Treecorn. He's probably scared that I have a surgical. Okay. That's fine. I'd rather have my Tarmogoyf eat the Lightning Ass than my Cletus. Or a top deck Scavenging Ooze. I have a line of trophying the Shriekhorn, but I think I'd rather save it until after I play my Cletus. Because he already has Stink with him, so. I just need to dodge Conflagrate in the yard. That's all I need to do. If I can just dodge some Conflagrates in the first 20 cards. My opponent's digging for lands. Gotcha. I wish I drew that Thoughtseize last turn, so I can like clear the way if he had another Lightning Axe. Now I'm like exposing my Cletus. I still might do it though. I think I need to protect my Cletus on second thought. I think I can take the Cathartic Reunion now. Yeah, so he hasn't been able to hit a second land, which is fortunate for us because now we can just, oh, he hit the second land. But us Thoughtseizing there is actually pretty good because now we took away their enabler from going too crazy. I'm gonna hold that land for Um, for tireless tracker. So again, we just need to dodge conflagrate. Okay. Okay. So he got back an imp. Yep. Current player's a good draw. Just gets another threat on board. This is kind of a cool anti-surgical tech. A lifelink off this Cletus is pretty good. Dredged imp. So he has 2 imps. I don't even know all the contents from his hand. So that loam is going to be scary because now he's going to be able to bring cards back from the graveyard. I'm gonna pulse here. Exile these amalgams. I wish that Souls was not drawn. Don't think I want any of these. Already have this thread on board, so. Gemstone having 1 counter is pretty good too, because it kind of delays his 3rd land drop as well. So he has Crypt, Gorge, Mine. Okay. Bloodghast, Bloodghast. Is it safe to say that was a pretty good draw there? All these guys, don't want any of these. Probably Lingering Souls to wrap it up. So, I mean, that wasn't my deck doing that good, it was just my opponent stumbling, really, to be honest. That's fine. just gonna trophy whatever blocker. That's lethal. Okay. Cool. On to game 3. Hopefully we draw, have a piece of yard hate in our opener. It'll make our lives a little bit easier instead of relying on our opponent's deck to fail on itself. And that's one of the reasons why I have Cletus over like a Siege Rhino. Like Cletus just took over that game completely. It makes like Maelstrom boosting those prize amalgams like less painful for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this Abzan content. It's a little different than the rock that you've been using usually during the past couple months. Gotta get the Cletus out of axe range. Yeah, I mean maybe it's safer to sack a zombie at that point. But I've seen some dredge lists run Assassin's Trophy, which is weird. But like, I guess seeing Lightning Axe signifies I should probably like they're probably not on Trophy. I think Assassin's Trophy I guess it's considered old tech when it first got spoiled because like it kills Leyline, it kills Grafdigger's Cage, it kills Rip. So I've seen it. But them seeing now Spellbomb, maybe they board out the trophies because then if they did have it, because that means we are on ley lines. God, we need yard hate. Gosh. I think we got the mulligan aggressively here. Mull for hate, I agree. We're going Inquisition, Tarmogoyf, and then Cletus is actually pretty good against Dredge. On the play, definitely. On the draw, it's a little weak. We just gotta hope that they don't have like a turn enabler and like we can hit a Cathartic Reunion and hope they're leaning on a Cathartic Reunion. I think I'm gonna keep this and hope to scry into a that's not land. PCR date. That's not Cathartic Reunion. Spellbomb. Oh. Thank you, deck. Thank you, deck. Nature's Claim. So he probably thinks I have Leyline still. I'm gonna take the looting here, which feels bad. And then oh, don't yield. Effects on draw, effects on upkeep. I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna do any baiting. Bloodstained Barrier is awkward because the surgical doesn't do anything against it. Oh, I see. I'd rather be patient though with my surgicals. That was a good draw too. What would be a really good draw is a Twilight Mare. That would be the best draw. Because we're kind of limited to only one green mana. Or at least just like a green source. um... Do I want to surgical these conflagrates? I think I do. I think I wait until draw step. I think I go wait until draw step just in case they draw another conflagrate. Yeah, I think I surgical these conflagrates and then let the scavenging ooze take over this game. Just turn 2, my opponent plays Bloodstained-Mire. Yeah, so he has one unknown card. He's probably digging for a land for Faithless Looting anyway. I think I surgical on the draw step. Because keeping the Scooz alive would be a pretty big game here. Oh, Loam. Damn. So Loam. And what else is it? Imp. So it's 3 cards and Imp. Is there anything special in his hand? 2 Loams. Nothing else that's really that special. So, Gorge, Ground, Crypt. So, 3, Gorge. And then no Loam. So 6 cards. He has Amalgam, Thug, Claim, Imp, Ground, Crypt. Green source. Green source. I can take the Loam. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imp, Stomping Ground, Blood Crypt, Prime Amalgam, Golgari Thug, Nature's Claim. He's probably gonna flash back the Faithless Looting. So the only way I get punished by exiling the Loam is my opponent flashback Faithless Looting, draws exactly Bloodghast, mills discards Bloodghast, plays a land, and then brings back Price Amalgam. I think so too. I think I can leave Loam. Yeah, the Conflagrate plan is no more. Why? What do you think? What does well mean? What are you thinking, buddy? I'm thinking to pass the turn. It does. Let's think about this. That's true. Because if I don't dredge Loam, if I don't exile Loam, he could dredge Loam and cast Faithless Looting, so that digs 5 deep. I think I think you're correct. I think I exile a loam here. Yeah, it would be easy if I had two. I think I exile loam. I think you're right. Because this the leaving the loam is an extra. So yeah. No, you're right. Good job, team. Hopefully. Hopefully my opponent is just blanks off the first three. We just need to dodge blood gas off the top. Yep. Yep. No, that's 100% correct. We just need to dodge Narcomoeba or blood gas. That's all we need to dodge. It's just blood gas. Come on, green source. Okay. Oh, that was a good draw. Oh, that's a good draw. Oh, amalgam, imp. That's fine. That's fine. We dodged the amalgams. Or we dodged the Oh man, but that's a lot of damage though. Jesus. Cess turns. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Discards loam, discards thug. So I'm gonna go to 4 after this turn. Oh man. Yeah, I need a spell bomb here. I think it's the same situation. We just gotta dodge blood gas again. Now there's so many dredge cards in the opponent's yard that we can't really. Yeah, we can eat one life. So like we're not. What did he dredge? Thug. I mean we're okay. We're not dead. We just need a little help. All these white sources. Yikes. Ooh, my opponent's drawing hot. Discards imp thug. So yeah, stomping ground, blood crypt, nature's claim in hand. We need to dodge a lot of things. So imp thug. Oh, the Narcomoeba. Oh, he drew the blood gas. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let this resolve because he has a blood gas in hand. Or in the yard, I mean. Because he's gonna be able to play a land anyway. He has Stomping and Blood Crypt, so he's gonna bring his blood gas back. Really needed a spell bomb there. Darn. Yeah, I know. Like the one time, like white doesn't screw us over. The other thing too is like if we had an untapped land, Cletus would have been like really good. Because I would have just slammed Cletus. So now we need to draw like untapped land, Cletus, Fatal Push. Okay. Yeah, so we need Cletus plus. So we need like an untapped land. Because I can't Fatal Push now, right? So if I Fatal Push here. Block, block, 3. Let me think. Block, block. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 8. I don't necessarily die. How many blood gas are left? 1, 2. So there's 2 blood gas left. Do I Fatal Push now? Block, block, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Go to 8. 1, 2. Because I would take, if I don't push, I'd take 1, 2, 3. I don't know, this is rough. Think of the Fatal Push now. Probably Fatal Push the Narcomoeba. Oh, should have waited. Just getting punished for all my decisions. You dodge blood gas again. It's a tough ask. Hmm. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go to 2. That was a good play. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, go to 7. Oh, I guess I knew he had Dark Blast. Maybe I should have not done that. Maybe I should have blocked Bloodghast here. Oh, he had Creeping Shell. It didn't matter. Oh, man. Not having multiple green mana definitely hurt there. That definitely hurt. Oh, man. I mean, I was going for the safer play and just waiting to push. Or just pushing right away. Oh, I knew my opponent had Bloodghast, or had Dark Blast too, so I should have seen that coming too. That was like known information that I should have played around. Didn't draw my Twilight Mire this game. Dude, this Concealed Courtyard has been MVP though. Oh, blue control again. Christ. I think I take the negate here. So Liliana can take care of the the hand. Yeah, void control. Could be just guy. Probably right with Glacial Fortress. We'll see if they fetch a Steam Vents here. Nope. No Logic Knot, please. Thanks. Terminus is binned. So 2 unknown cards. Tireless Trackers I could draw. I'm gonna have to bin this Maelstrom Pulse. Feels bad, but I kind of want to keep this Tireless Tracker around. Especially because they have the Condemn. Because we want to keep pressuring their hand. Because this Liliana can take care of the Teferi anyway. Ooh. Bin the Condemn. I get punished by them casting Jace though. Oh, got punished by them drawing Jace. Oh fuck, I didn't fetch either. I guess it doesn't matter. Thought Caesar to ferry away. Oh. Okay. So you had a way to counter my ultimate. That's cute. Okay, thanks. Tyler's tracker is Bay. Excuse me. Fatal Push and Path X are pretty bad. This couple Fulminator. Excuse me. 2 spell bombs for Snapcaster. And spell bombs are kind of lame with against Rest in Peace if my opponent brings it in. That was a good Thoughtseize top deck though. Pretty good. I really wish Brutality hit like Jason Teferi. It's like one of the knacks against it. Um, try to figure out if I want the second brutality. I don't think I do. I think just call this a day. Hand's a little slow, but mole on the bottom. Try to figure out when I play a fetch land. Probably save for Tireless Tracker. That's the card I did not want to see. Flooding out a little bit. Don't want to waste my trophy on the search or ransom into Jace. That was a good draw. That search is definitely scary. When my opponent tops with search for Ascanta, it's not feel good. I think I'm gonna attack first. And if I have to play around Cryptic Command. Oh, I guess they don't have Cryptic, huh? They don't have Cryptic Command mana. Still gonna Thoughtseize them though. And then play the Scavenging Ooze. Also, they have a Teferi in hand, that's how I can get them. Negate. Teferi? Okay. I have a trophy though, so nice try, buddy. My opponent doesn't. My opponent. Okay, so he's just an island. So my opponent's gonna go 3. My opponent needs. Or sorry, go to 6. Topped. That's scary. Has to be a Wrath, right? Or Cryptic Command. Hmm. Interesting timing on that path. I'm not gonna lie. Hey! Shh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I need to mill 2 cards. So I'll mill the Cryptic. I'll mill the path. Or exile the path. So just a search, keep my opponent off search. Gosh darn it. Okay. Luckily, we have a bunch of clues to crack. That was a good draw. Does my opponent have like a Celestial Purge or something in hand? That's what I smell. Kind of want to upkeep. I guess I can crack a clue first. Attack first, see if they have like Cryptic Command or something. And if they animate Colony, that's just less mana for them to use. I could play Tireless Tracker. Probably play the Manland. Should probably just fetch now. Don't get too cute. God, I love Tyler Shacker, man. She just wins games. So keep a scary. Got it. Fighting through a lot here. 2 terminuses already. What is in my opponent's hand? Guess this is a good indicator here. Oh, well, good to know. Now my good players get to be deployed, I guess. See if I'm gonna draw a Tyler Striker here. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a pretty good draw. Non-basic land. Tap my swamp. God, I love Nesso, dude. This is so good. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we'll finish the last match of the league. Alrighty. Last match. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves here. I mean, the last couple leagues with Rock, I think the last time I was on stream it was 2-3. I think the stream before that was 3-2. I've been consistently 3-2ing with Abzan. Knock on wood. But like the deck feels fine. I mean, it's just like the match against Dredge. Like we just needed more green sources. It just sucks. Like it's funny how we were a white splash and we drew all of our like it was Blooming Marsh, Gaulish Shrine, Shanley Met. So we drew like the worst part of our mana base in that situation. Progatog on the play. It's a good hand. Got a lot of interaction. Please don't be Tron. It's fucking Tron. Man. Guess we just take the payoff. Do I take Sylvan Scrying or do I take Wurmcoil Engine? I guess Stearns can find it. And I have answers to it, to this, with Kalidas. I think I take the Scrying and hope they just don't get there. Do they have mismatched towers? No, okay. Grimflare. Grimflare would have been the best draw right there. They're gonna Naturotron me. They are, I can feel it. Don't Naturotron me. Don't Naturotron me. They Naturotron me. Who would have thought? Would you guess that? Would you have guessed that? I would not have guessed that. Like it's like to the T, right? Like concede. They're so good at Magic. He's so good. He's just so good at Magic. So obviously the Fulminator Surgical Plan is kind of our best option in this matchup. I like Nissa because it's just a top deck hasty threat and we're, you know, trying to grind him out. Bro out the Fatal Pushes, bro out the Brutality. Probably board out these two guys. Souls and Scoos. Could just kind of a slow clock there. Go like that. Oh, I mean, if we took the Wurmcoil, it wouldn't have mattered because they had the Ugin anyway. So, it would not have mattered. This set's pretty decent, though. Pretty decent. Tarmogoyf into Fulminator. Opponent's mulling to 5. That means I have Naturotron with Karn. Nice. That's even better. Oops. Trigger on the stack and fetch. Guess I'm gonna mill these two and keep the Thoughtseize on top. Blow up the white border. Nice. Just got it all, huh? Thoughtseize here. Don't have Tron. I can just fade one draw step here. Take the map. They natural Tron. I can kill Karn, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think I take the Expedition map. Just the fade Tron one turn. Take map. I got you, buddy. I got you. Do I want to mill all of these? Opponent's probably gonna mine into Oblivion Stone. Yeah, I think I've been all. No, actually, I don't think so. I could probably keep the Inquisition, and they'll probably just play Oblivion Stone. No, I don't think so. I don't think we need it. 9. I don't think we need the surgical. Because they're probably, if they tap out for Karn, then fine. But I think I want this Inquisition, because then we can take the relic. Don't natural Tron me. Okay. Darn. I'll just trophy their tower. Oh, I fucked up. I should have waited to do that. Because now that mana to pop the relic. That's a punt. No, my opponent punted also. Okay. Okay. Oh, game 3 against Tron. We just see my opponent mulligan to Oblivion. Okay, well, this hand's as good as it can get, I guess. Star's good. Land. Play Blooming Marsh. We need to increase our chances of drawing a land here. Nissa has been bombed in my deck, and Rock especially. Ooh, my opponent. Okay. I'll take that. Them stumbling is how we can win this game. Tower. Okay, good. Okay. That was a good draw. Because now we can start pressuring them with Tireless Tracker. We are, knock on wood, very ahead here. Oh man. Oh my god, that's the best reaction ever. That's the best reaction I've ever got. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I agree. I think we need to start getting Lily down now. Do I want to ditch a path or a trophy? I think I want to ditch the trophy, which is kind of weird. uh, Awkward. Oh, that ghost corner was actually a really good draw. At this point, I think I just play Nissa. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can play Wurmcoil. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I can just play Nissa and plus an attack. I just don't know if I want to plus this Liliana or not. I think I plus the Liliana, just the Stony Signs, which is awkward. I have a feeling he has a Wurmcoil in hand. He has to have a Wurmcoil in hand. Like, that's the only reason why he's not ditching this GQ. Tron! Oh, that feels so good. Oh, this feeling never ever gets old, dude. Oh, mercy on me. Oh, that would have been a really good draw. Oh man. Well, that's a good way to end it, I guess. Being Tron. It never gets old. That beat Tron feeling. It's true. Like that feeling never gets old, dude. I swear. Um, that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, Abzan. It was just that match against Dredge. If we just had another green source, I think that second green source would have swung that game a lot. I think that definitely would have been game winning if we just had that second green source. It was just unfortunate drawing all our white sources instead of our green sources, but that's just magic. I mean, then on the flip side, like we beat Tron, which is pretty difficult. Um, but yeah, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. This will be posted on YouTube. If you guys like what you see and you guys want to support the channel, you guys can just follow me on Twitch or follow me on Twitter. Uh, my Twitter handle is a little different than my Twitch handle. It's KO Diamonds, but 22 at the end of it. Someone stole my Twitter username before I got there, which sucks. What are you gonna do? Or Leyline. What do you mean by Leyline? It's X Commander. No, thanks for tuning in, Arcman Torker. I know uh you've been consistently tuning into my streams. I really appreciate you hanging out with me and contributing to the chat because the the stuff that you posted in the chat is absolutely hilarious. I loved it. he, the most comical being this one right here. And then the awkward stony silence draw. Which I think is correct because like I don't care if they're constantly digging through. I have an answer to like an Oblivion Stone and I have an answer to Wormcoil Engine. That's how he wins the game because like they're at the point where they're just card casting threats, and these two cards deal with it effectively. I yeah, I can see Leyline of the Void for Dredge, but I'd rather have the spell bombs. I don't think I'm just not a fan of the Leyline, and I think for my next league that I'm gonna do, I'm going to actually try Bobs instead of the Grimflayers. I've noticed that the Grimflayers are just not pulling their weight. So I'm gonna add 3 Dark Confidants and cut all the Grimflayers. Because every time I add the Grimflayer, I'd much rather have it be a Dark Confidant. The Concealed Courtyard definitely helps the painful mana base. I think this is an all-star here. I definitely don't miss the basic planes. This has helped me cast Fulminator Mage, I think against the control matchup, so that was pretty clutch. So, home run, this is a much better card against than the basic planes. I'm gonna have to buy a foil copy now. But yeah, I agree. Spellmont's way more flexible right now. I agree 100%. Especially because Dredge, if you saw the match, Dredge had the Nature's Claim in hand and just sandbagged it the whole time. So they just cyber these answers and I think Spellbound just plays around their anti-answers a lot better. Because like having a Leyline Void isn't just a slam dunk win when you have to mull aggressively against it, and on top of that, like Spellbound's just really good against like I can board it against like control and like Grixis that Shadow and it's fine. And being able to just grow Tarmogoyf, I think it's a slam dunk way better in the deck. I think Leyline has a higher ceiling because it like Leyline just if they don't have the anti-answer like Leyline just wins the game like completely, but a good Dredge player will be able to mulligan to a hand like that and it'll be fine and they'll just play around it. And us mulling aggressively to the Leyline doesn't mean we auto win either because we also have to have a functional hand and a clock to win. I just never been a fan of Leyline, and especially if I'm gonna add Dark Confidants to my list, I definitely don't like the Leylines because that's more for CMC build cards. Then again, like I guess I would be boarding out the Dark Confidants, maybe in like Dredge, but I don't know. I think I'd rather just have the spell bombs. So like overall, was the White Were Stony Souls Path and Stony Silence. Um, I mean, against Dredge, I think I would have won with Rock. But I mean, the Soul, yeah, like you said, the Souls really shine in the control matchups. My opponent had two paths in hand and had four spirits, and they were like, do I path or not? Like the spirits definitely won the game for me there, for sure. Um, against Dredge, the path definitely helped. Yeah, the Souls are really good against the control matchups, and I think that's and I think the Dark Confidant, if I had Dark Confidant instead of Grim Flares, I think the matchup definitely would have ran away with it. Like I think this build just beats up on control 100% because it's just like just must answer threats here. It was good. I would have been good against Scales if I had it. Uh, the match I lost against Scales, I definitely think I could have played it differently. Um, and I think that in general, that matchup would have been a lot better. I think this league definitely could have was capable of 5-0ing because against Scales, like it's a positive matchup, and I think I just misplayed game two. In game one, I just didn't draw any removal, and then the match against Dredge, we saw like game three, I just didn't have green sources. I think that's just bad variance. So like the deck performed well. I think the white is worth it just because of the control matchups and against Scales. Against on rocks, Scales would have been really bad. I mean, we could replay it. I was gonna post a what's the play, so I would. I'm. You're probably right. I 100% think I played that match completely wrong. Oops, game two. Oh, okay. Because like I had two sweepers, right? I don't know if it was correct to collective brutality then if I was gonna sweep the board anyway with engineered explosives. Maybe it was correct to just damnation. Well, here I brutality because I didn't know if I was gonna draw the second land of the fourth land. But then again, it's not like this thing is that threatening because it's incentivizing my opponent to play into my damnation. So maybe I could have pathed this Hangerback Walker and then damnationed here. Hmm. So it wasn't this turn then, because they didn't have the Ravager here. Or would you have here? Oh, you would damnation here. Did I not damnation here? Oh, I played Stony instead. Yeah, I think you're right. No, I would have died. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wouldn't have died. I wouldn't have died. You are right. I should have damnation there. But then I think they top deck way better than me. I would have a trophy. Oh yeah. I would have pathed this. Trophy that. Yeah, he can. He can module the Nexus. He can tap itself. No, you're right. I should have damnation there though. You're for sure correct because I have a removal for it. I just played that match. I just played this match completely wrong. What do you mean? Oh, you're right. No, we can. Because the mod just trigger goes on the stack, and then he animates it. Oh, I see. Okay, so I would have had a trophy for this. Yeah, I still don't think I would have won this match. Because they have the animation module here. I just didn't have a clock. I think you're right. No, you're right. It needs a target. I'm just confused. Yeah, I don't think we would have won this game anyway. Because our only clock is a scavenging ooze and a fulminator mage, and we damnation the scavenging ooze away. Maybe it's correct to not play the scavenging ooze. Like, maybe it's like knowing I had EE and damnation in hand, maybe it's correct just to not play my scavenging ooze. Like, that could have been just the line there. Like, just let my opponent play into it. I don't know. No, I appreciate your input, and I think you're 100% correct. I mean, like, you're playing to like maximize your percentages to win, right? And yeah, like we didn't draw a threat, but like I think giving us the best, like you shouldn't be results oriented where it's like, oh, like it didn't matter, like I shouldn't have, like who cares what the right play is, but like you should always focus on what the correct play is on every turn, and I think you're 100% correct. Where I think you're right, I definitely should have damnation that turn, and I probably shouldn't have played the scavenging ooze, knowing that's my only threat into my own damnation. So I think you're right, and I really appreciate your input. And that's why I really love streaming is like people can tune in and you guys can provide your input and go, hey, like I think this is a better line, and I'm like, yeah, that's and it helps me become a better player, and it makes good content because we can go over it at the end of the stream and be like, hey, this could have been a better line. I wouldn't have done mattered, I guess, but like it's better to maximize your outs, and that's how you become a better Magic player, right? It's hard. Yeah, it is. It's hard in game, and it's hard, definitely a lot harder when you're streaming as well. Because when you're trying to like talk and think through your lines and play, it's very difficult. It's a lot. It's very underrated on how difficult it is. But at the same time, it's pretty fun. And if I can 3-2 every time I stream, I think I'll take it because then I'm just breaking even. I can go infinite on it, so I'll take that every time. But yeah, no, Arcbound Trigger, I really appreciate you tuning in. How do I think I should just make you a mod. I don't know how to do that. I haven't made anyone a mod yet. How do I? I don't want to block you. If I somehow have a way to make you a mod, I will do it, but I don't know how to. Oops. That's going into your channel. I'm gonna find out a way to make you a mod, and I'm gonna make you a mod. I'll find a I'll Google it later. I just do that. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Sorry, you're the first one. So there you go. I hope that suits your fancy. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna have to take off. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy the Abzan content. This video will be on YouTube. If you guys like what you see, please follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Twitter will be where I post the most up-to-date streams. Yeah, I'll see you in the Facebook group, man. What's your name? I actually don't even know who you are. I just call you by Archon Trigger. It's good to know you're by your first name, so I can keep in contact as well. Oh, just your first name is fine. I don't know if you want to PM me or whatever. If you want to be more public or private about it, I'm not sure. But in the meantime, this is the list I'll probably stream next week. Gonna be I have a 2K at my local game store. So it'll probably be close to this. I'm really glad this stream happened because this Concealed Courtyard is so much better than the basic planes. But yeah. Oh, cool. Gotcha, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna take off. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll hope to see you guys next week. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate it.